frequency radiation. So this is my Safe and Sound Pro 2 meter, and when I turn it on, this is what you can't see and you can't hear. And at the moment, we are using some wireless equipment which we'd rather not have to use, and the ideal is to wire everything. But if you have got a phone, if you can turn it off, that would be wonderful, because then we'll all feel better and we won't get headaches and think, oh my God, I need to get out of here. Who is in agreement with lower radiation levels? Great. So, it's hard for us because we're living in a society which is full of radiation at the moment. So, bit of housekeeping. We are aiming to keep on time for everything. If you've met an old friend and you want to stay and chat, plenty of room downstairs. Up here, we've got a program to get through, and I'm doing the timekeeping, and I'm pretty strict. I'd just like to say that we've got 3/4 of an hour break for lunch. We have got some extra lunches, so if you're thinking, gosh, I'm a bit hungry, just see the ladies at the door and you can pay for organic lunch made by 12 Tribes bread up from Huntington, brownies made by Glyn's partner Lynn, and we're keeping it in the community, and soup made by Glyn's friend Anna, who does the market. So, you're supporting your local people. This is not Asda we're supporting here, okay? So, fantastic. And there is Glyn's Lynn has set up a little tuck shop for people who are feeling hungry at the break time. So, what an amazing team we all are. Who thinks we're an amazing team here? Welcome. We could not do this without Farmer John, who built this barn, not single-handed, which is, John knows what's going on. This event will never be cancelled here. Hip hip hooray for John. I don't know where he is, but he's got his Free Palestine badge on. Courage. Who feels that we have courage within us? Yeah? We can feel it, can't we? Can we feel it more maybe when we're together like this too? Yeah. This is powerful, people, isn't it? We're the solution for everything that's going on at the moment, which is why these kind of events are so very, very important, and spreading the word out. Thank you. Big cheers. 3 cheers. Simon Muldoon. Thank you. It's got Thank you. There's a lot of peace activists, freedom activists who do a lot of work because we love peace and freedom. We're not doing it for the money. We're doing this because we would like to see a better society for ourselves and our children. Who's in agreement? Yeah. Yes! And we're doing it through turning up, through thinking, oh my God, that silly council tax thing down there with the controlled opposition speakers. It's like you can feel the downer, can't you? We're here to bring solutions, and it's wonderful. So, a few other things. Everybody here, just going to check my timings, everybody here is at different stages of different journeys. How many people here are not going to, you're not under pressure by the way with this question, how many people are not going to pay their council tax or thinking of not paying this year? Woo! That's great. Fantastic. How many people are on their second year of not paying council tax? Woo! That's great. You, claps all round. You are the way leaders. We're the icebreakers. So don't expect somebody who has maybe less courage, not the ability yet to take that stand. We have to be kind and compassionate to each other. We're not in a competition here. Who agrees? Yeah. So, how many people are starting their 3rd year of non-payment? Woo! Great. So we can learn from these people, but that's why we wanted to do this event, Glyn, Owen, co-organiser. to encourage each other so that we can learn from each other. You can't, be a mechanic if you've never picked up a spanner. We have to learn the tools, and the ones who've gone ahead can give us those tools, which is very inspiring. How many people are on their 4th year? That's mine and Stuart, my partner in the purple hat there. Woo! How many people have never paid council tax at all? That's great. This is Farmer John, by the way.
Someone's got a Sabura blue one.
Yes, is it in your way? It's ours.
Oh, yeah, I want to get through there.
You want to get through? Darling, could you move the Subaru? I've got the keys in my pocket. Oh, somebody can move
Yeah,
it. John,
just-
would you like to move it? Thanks. Keys. Click. Thanks.
Just switch it off
Lucky you
when
have
she's
the keys in
finished.
your pocket.
Or when they're both finished. And then
There's always one, isn't there?
So you want me to discredit stuff?
No, I've given them to Charlie. He's doing it. I've got them. All sorts. Okay. How many people are feeling okay with the action they're taking? Great. So that's about a 3rd of the room, which is really good. I must admit that I've had my moments, people. I started this, I'm just like, I saw Chris, the amazing Coverdale, just there. Round of applause for Chris, too. And dogs are giving you a good round of applause there. Chris is going to be speaking today and tomorrow. If nobody knows that Chris is going to be here for an event tomorrow, please do come along. He'll be telling us more. He gave me the inspiration and the information not to pay my council tax. I do not want to support war. That's it. I don't want to support terrorism. I didn't know what I was doing 4 years ago, but I read Chris's paperwork and I'm following this. It gave me a path. And sometimes we don't know where that path is going to lead. And again, that is the courage, where it comes from. I've brought some documents here, folks. This is one of my council tax files. I think I've got another one at home. Council tax. This is the paperwork. I couldn't have that stool. Just the stool. So we've got tons of information in here. We've got summons, court summons. We've got our paperwork that we've sent back. If anyone wants to have a look at this, you're welcome to have a look. If it might help you to think, because I brought this so that you know. Well, for me, this is my journey. But some people, it's just send the letters back, and that's another pathway. I'm a bit of a communicator, as you can see, bit of a letter writer. I'm going to tell them what I think. But this is part of the journey. Dame de jour. Round of applause for him. He's not here, never met him, but, Dogs are on cue today.
but the dog knows him.
Critical Thinking. This is a book that I wrote because of my friend and ex-whistleblower, Professor Gloria Moss, who you may know. Critical thinking is key in these times. Little bit of a push for our book. You can't buy it today. Sandy Adams wrote and prepared this little pamphlet. This is awesome. We haven't got any copies to sell, but please buy it through the Light newspaper. What else? Gosh, Ever. Just a couple of half a minute on Ever. We have some amazing people in this movement, for want of a better word. Awesome people who are warriors. It makes me cry. Gloria and Eva. They will not stop at anything to get this council tax problem solved. Eva has reported it to the police. She has got a direct debit refund from her bank, NatWest, through the fraud department of the bank for 3 years of council tax payments. Round of applause for Eva. And just repeat that, she's had 3 years of council, it's not through the direct debit indemnity thingy, it's fraud, the fraud department. So this is really useful information, okay? Amazing. Right, what else? I feel emotional about this. Does anybody else feel emotional? This is testing us to the limits. But boy, haven't we found that we can move those limits over the last 5 years. Yeah? I've never worked so hard in my life. I am not going to have these tyrants winning through. No way. Over my dead body, literally. So, we're the pathfinders. We're taking the flak. But we can support each other. So, I think I've said everything. We're on a journey of discovery. We're all in different places. We're different little crabs running up onto the beach. Some people are out at the top of the beach. They're living off grid. They don't pay anything. They've got a low deal title. If you don't know what that is, Carl Deans will be telling us later. They're up on the beach. They're on the sunbed. Some people are in the sea still. Some people are paddling. Some people are practically drowning, which I've felt like on many occasions in some deeper water, which I do not know how to handle. But we come through, and we're helping each other up and across the beach. That's my main message here, that we need to help and support each other. So, thank you very much, everybody. Am I handing over now to you, Glyn, or to Mark? I can't remember.
Okay.
Yes, so we've got Mark. Is Mark going to come in after you?
Yes.
Okay, that's great. Right.
So, Catherine, while you've got the microphone,
Yes.
did you want to just speak to this slide here?
Oh yes, I'm supposed to be speaking to this slide here too.
Because you mentioned you have courage.
Yeah, I think I've talked about pretty much everything there. A time of turbulence, systemic breakdown, and we're breaking through. Thanks a lot. And yeah, we have to acknowledge our journey of discovery. Plenty of seats over there, and we can put more in there. Okay, behind this row is an area for seating for latecomers. Okay, okay.
Yeah, if you
Can't read it.
You can't read it.
Don't worry, we've got the programs are floating around.
Okay.
There's one there. It's all up on the wall downstairs. If you want to have a better
So
look.
there's an agenda
Here we go.
just for your own. Okay. You pinched my stool.
Yeah, there you go. There's plenty of seating over that side if people want to.
Okay, just to orientate yourselves, there are some agendas around, just so you can see the flow of the day. There's some actually downstairs, some of them are printed out. So we're not going to go through that now because it's just just in case you're seeing where the lunches and the teas are and that sort of thing. Okay, so what we're trying to do here is a series of events. So this is a series of programs So the first one was back in January when we did the food and farming. But what we're trying to do is we're trying to do something with the outputs. So, in speaking to that, can anybody see this? This is the first time we've done this, and in this position. Can we just get a bit of the feedback? Is that clear, or do we need to be rethinking this? Who can't see it?
It's on the side of the text. The text is small.
Some people are not going to be able to see if you're right at the back.
Okay,
Come a bit further forward if you want to.
okay. So instead of the text, it's more about the images. So it's to give a flavour, but I will speak to that. Okay, so 7 Concerned Citizens started 2.5 years ago. 7 of us went to Torquay Council to speak to 4 officers about concerns about the climate emergency, 15-minute cities, and their ability to manage emergencies. After 3 months, they said there's nothing more to discuss. So we decided to escalate it. We told all the councillors, and we informed the audit and the chief executive and the board. We asked them for information as we had concerns that they weren't able to manage emergencies appropriately. So we asked them for risk assessments, value management, how did they make a decision, who was the author, who was the advisors, who are the auditors, and what came back was we could see gaps in the system. There are 3 main failures. 1, the ability to discern what an emergency is, and biased advisory, so they're only taking advisory from one aspect, it's not balanced. The strategic planning is very narrow, it's not full, and it's not specific to the region. And the other thing is audit, governance, and the system didn't identify this for over 5 years. So they're not fit for emergency planning. And the implication of that is that the wrong emergency plans and the wrong priorities, the wrong funding is being promoted through the region. So we told them this in the first year, and this is a big threat to the prosperity and well-being of the region. The feedback that we got demonstrated leadership hubris, a further reinforcement that the system is not flexible and dynamic enough for emergency planning, that enhanced the threat. We were also challenged with a threat of the police and litigation. So in the second year, we tried to convey this message to parishes across the region, and with a limited success because institutionally they can't hear. So at the turn of last year, we decided that we needed to step this up and escalate. So we've created what's called a Concerned Citizens Advisory Assembly, where we can position a case to the community, and the community can vote about the priority and whether you feel this is an emergency or not. So we did the first one back late last year, and we asked the community whether or not we should put the council on a default notice. They were previously on a rectification notice to rectify some of the problems, and they ignored it. So we are now progressing with a default notice, and the community considered, 170 people voted online Zoom, that this was the highest concern for the region, and that was the ability of the council to manage emergencies.
We're just going to get some more people seated down over there.
Okay, I'll just give it a pause a minute.
Put your hands up if there's a chair, spare chair next to you. Great. Lovely.
Okay, so in January we had our first event. We're planning every 3 months to have another event on another subject. The first event, the farmers were warning about a food crisis, and we had a gathering here where we looked at some grassroots solutions and problems. So just in the last week, we've updated the Concerned Citizens Assembly website with the report. It's a 47-page report about the feedback from the speakers. It's got links to the podcasters that interviewed the speakers on the last event, and also a A4 two-sided flyer which you can get downstairs that lays out the case of why this is an emergency and what we should be doing about it. Now on the 5th and 6th of May at 7 o'clock, both evenings, we've got a Zoom call with Farmer Pete, Sandy Adams, myself and Catherine, 1 hour, where we're asking the community to vote on whether or not you consider this an emergency. Now when you compare it to the existing emergencies that's in there, I think this one is way, way more priority. So on this, what we've done is we've got 7 suggestions, recommendations for the council. So we're not just flagging up a problem. We as a heretic community, or a community that stands outside the box, can come up with solutions. So that collectively we've got 7 solutions from the 7 speakers and the feedback from last time. So we'll touch on that again at the end of the day. So the key thing is there's gaps in strategic planning regionally. Corporation and technology is given a bias. That's what people are looking at. But there are gaps in the others, and in the food and farming, we are trying to highlight and initiate a scenario planning exercise for this whole region. So it's not a full exercise, it's really just starting it. And it needs communication and conversations at parish, family level, all the way through, because this is an issue that's going to be affecting everybody. So you can find the 2-pager downstairs. We've got a 47-page report that's on the line. 7 to 8 o'clock on Monday, the 5th and the 6th of May, there's a Zoom call with the 4 people that we said, looking for the community to vote whether this is an emergency and what priority should we be looking at, and an endorsement of the suggestions we're making actually on the flyer. So that's for you to consider and ponder. And that's the website, it's ccadvisoryassembly.co.uk. What we will do is we'll have a piece of paper so people can write the emails on if you're not on the email list, so that we can send them out. Yes, sorry.
Is there going to be a way for people who can't be available at that time to vote?
If they can't,
If they can, can they view it afterwards and then be able to place a vote?
yes, we will make some sort of provision for that. Yeah. Okay, so just to recap, 7 concerned citizens 2 years ago identified failures in advisory, scrutiny and strategic planning right across the region. That's Cornwall, Devon and Torquay, which are the primary ones in the whole region. We placed them on a notice of rectification. We've now got a default notice that was voted on by 170 people and given the highest level of concern and risk to the region. We're doing a community vote on the 5th and 6th of May for the food and farming security to declare an emergency. And what we'll do with that is push it through all of the councillors when they come in. There's new councillors coming in May. So we'll push it through all the parishes and ask the clerks of all the parish and town clerk councils to inform all of their councillors, because this is an emergency. So today we're going to be gathering to talk about council tax. with a view that in whatever comes out of this is summarised into another 2-page report so that we can do another community vote. So as you can see, each time we are tackling a particular theme or an issue, we will back it up, reinforce it with a community vote, a synopsis of what is coming out, and a action to take it to parishes, councils and communicate it on the back of their inability to discern and properly manage and properly strategise the regional strategy. Okay, so the one...
Nearly on time.
Yeah, this is my last point. So the one thing I think that can make a difference, heretics or people that stand, dissidents, we're sort of designed to stand out of the system, to think differently. If that is taken on by the society, it stops the tribe going off the cliff. So we have a duty of care to offer suggestions, and one of the things that we will be asking for is just to think, although this is quite a passionate a subject, council tax, but to think, how can we offer solutions for the greater community, not just the challenging of the council tax. So on the background, if we can harvest that, that then adds value to the community. Okay. So, Mark, do you want to just do a little orientation?
Yeah.
Thank you so much, Glenn. And just, is this one working? Oh, yeah. Hi, yes. So just to say, Simon, do you want everyone to stay in this red?
Yes, please. Or
Yeah. So when you're
Soon.
talking, does that help?